Vaughn, and thanks for joining us today. You're here on WBTVN, Women on TV, and you're listening to The Shea Vaughn Show, and I'm your host, Shea Vaughn. So I'm so excited about our guest. I want to jump in right away and tell you a little bit about her. Eva Medilek, after more than 30 years as a dental hygienist, Eva was downsized from her job in the midst of planning her 50th birthday. That was nearly 8 years ago. She realized that the event happened for her and not to her. And so she began to search for her life passion. Help me welcome Eva to the show. Eva, so good to have you on. Look at you. You look so great and fresh and lovely. Okay.
I'm glad to be here with you.
Yeah, I love it. And, share with us, how did you get to where you are today? And some of those, things that happened to you during all of that span of life.
Well, yeah, that was interesting because I thought I had a safe, secure job and profession. And then we all were kind of blindsided from about 2008 until about 2011 or 12. And at the age of 50, being in a position of having to go out and be interviewed and compete with the younger generation or people right out of school was quite a humbling, humiliating experience.
Absolutely.
And what I took for that to mean that, okay, now is my time to do what I'm passionate about, what I really want to do, and not let fear stop me. So I looked at it as a sign from the universe, like, girl, you're 50 years old. It's time to do what makes you happy and contribute to the world in that way. So what I did was I started investing in real estate, and I invested in my education to learn how to become a real estate investor so that I could build my own wealth and not be dependent on a job for income. So I always had passive income coming in. And so through that journey, I have met some amazing people, worked with amazing people, and realized that others on this journey with me still were stopped by fear, and that fear was holding them back from making their businesses successful. So what I did was start a coaching business, especially for midlife women, to really help them overcome those limiting beliefs, step into their passion, their confidence, and their courage to really have midlife be the best time of their life. So that's how my journey.
So you really took that and then became an entrepreneur.
Yes.
As far as real estate itself is concerned, and buying property, renting it out. Is that what you basically did?
We actually started flipping property. Okay. So that's how we got started. And that's kind of a short-term gain, as you all know. But what we wanted to do was take that base and leverage off of that to hold rental properties and the many other aspects that are available to you in real estate investing. So pretty much
the economy doesn't stay where it's at all the time, so we knew that it was going to come back, but you never know when. But you know that during those times when things, don't look so good and properties have come down and all, that's an opportunity.
Absolutely.
And you realize that is really what I'm saying.
Yes.
And so you took advantage of that. But not only did you take advantage of that on a personal basis for you to get income coming in and owning something, of your own, where you won't be downsized on. Yeah. But then you put the coaching together to help other women and people. Was it just women that you were working with? Was it families or, husbands?
I was working with women and men in the real estate industry. Yeah. I love to quote Richard Branson when he says, when someone offers you an amazing opportunity, even if you don't know how to do it, say yes and figure it out later. So that's kind of my motto. And so I was supporting real estate investors and wannabe entrepreneurs in the details of real estate investing. But what I found was missing was that mindset shift to really remove the fear, because fear creates such inaction. And you've got to be ready to move. You've got to trust. You've got to get over the fear and get to the other side of fear, which is courage. And then that builds your confidence to keep building and building and building. And that's what I've done in my own life. And just, hired coaches, hired mentors to kind of hold my hand along the way and give me that accountability as well. And
security that things are going to turn out okay, that you're doing you're doing the right thing.
Yes.
And entrepreneurship in anything, whether it's real estate or, small businesses, all of those things. You are taking a chance, you're taking a chance on something, but you're taking a chance on yourself.
Yes, that's what's the important distinction. Yes.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. And the fear is when you haven't done something before, there's always fear that comes into that.
Right.
But if we can just realize that fear actually holds us back, it doesn't propel us forward.
Mm-hmm.
And if we can just find a way to get through that and trust in ourselves, it's going to work. It's going to work. You're like Dorothy, like clicking your heels together. I want to go home. Well, you're already there. You can already do it.
Yeah.
And that's the case in many decisions that we make.
Absolutely. I mean, fear is usually based on past hurts and experiences and disappointments, but it takes away our power. And when you just move forward and past that and be in the present moment, you're in a state of creation and you can create anything your heart desires. Right. As long as you're not holding on to the past.
I love that. I mean, just to have that mindset that you can do anything that you want to, that you believe in that. But so many times we say things, we're saying it like just you can do anything, but deep down, in that gut, in that heart of ours, we doubt it.
Yes. Yes.
We doubt it. And so that's what holds us back.
Yeah.
And because you have to believe when you say those words so deeply inside that you're going to make this work, and you will. Mm-hmm. But you've got to get rid of that fear and that doubt and all of those things that step in front of us where we don't really need to even see them. They're gone, like just flicking it away.
Yes. And that's where support from accountability partners, coaches, mentors, people who have been on that path before, who can literally hold your hand. I find when you try to do it yourself, you can enroll yourself in your own nonsense about why it wouldn't work.
Of course.
And to be around like-minded people who can remind you of why it will work.
Yeah.
You get to do, there's always books, there's shows like this, there's Facebook groups. I mean, there's so many places where you can find accountability and to be infused with positive energy and influence and guidance and support along the way. With this online world we have, there's no excuse to have fear continue to hold you back.
There's so many support opportunities out there.
Yes.
And we need to look for them. They don't come knocking on our door, right?
Right.
But they're there,
mm-hmm.
and they're open-minded, open arms, open heart. You just need to, do it. You just need to get there
mm-hmm.
and find that there are people that have felt the same way that you have, and yet they've turned that into success and turned it into, it's more than success. It's believing in yourself and just, knowing that you can. The next thing that comes up with that, even in business, once you've developed it, like the real estate things, there's decisions to make along the way. Is this the right property? Is this, am I making the right decision? Even though you're ready to do it,
mm-hmm.
there's still doubt sometimes about, is there something that is something else I should be looking at rather than this particular one? Or what are the ups and what are the downs on this?
That's such a part of it. And, and that's why you need someone who has been on that journey. Right. To teach you how to evaluate properties, how to create outs for yourself so that if it doesn't work out, then you can just walk away, let it go and not lose anything and just learn the lesson from it. So but, I find that, your why.
Oh yeah, your why
has to be really, really strong for you to be in constant committed action towards what you want to create in your life. If you don't have a strong why, and I did, my family,
of course,
aging parents.
But not always do people have that kind of, support.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's so important. But I always say my why is my why not.
Yeah. And your why has to be greater than your why not. And for
exactly,
me,
that's what it's all about. Why would you want to do that? And it's like, why not?
Yeah.
I don't have a guarantee that it's going to work. But I have me, and I know I'm going to put 100% into it. And the truth of the matter is 100% gets you the success that you need.
Exactly.
Just don't try to fool yourself that 80% is going to get you there, right?
Yeah. It's up to me. When people ask me, when I just really went for it and made that investment, like, weren't you afraid? And I said, absolutely, I was afraid, but my fear of inaction was greater than my fear of action. And like, what was it, Michael Jordan Wayne Gretzky says, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. You've got to take a shot at life,
Oh, I love that. It's so true.
Yeah.
It's like watching kids, these kids play sports so young. Mm-hmm. And it's like they can't make a basket. They can't make a goalie. Hitting the ball if they don't stand up there and try.
And try.
They have to make the swing. Mm-hmm. They've got to make it, you got to try.
And I love their committed action. Yeah. I love their committed action. They're having fun and they're just going to keep going. And you know what? Make it fun. Look at life as, I have such a big vision for myself and what I want to create. Yes, you're going to make mistakes along the way. That's a given. And those are the best lessons ever. If you don't make a mistake, that means you're not doing anything.
Yeah. Well, it's not right. Yeah. And life either passes you by or you get in front of it and you make it happen.
Exactly.
The things that you want, because nobody's waiting on you. It's not like your parents aren't there any longer. Come on, get in the car. Come on, get to dinner. Come to dinner. No, go and brush your teeth. You got to go to bed. Do your homework. All of those things. There's nobody telling you what to do. Right. We become adults, and we really have to find a way to do that for ourselves.
Yeah, yeah, and that's why I love. I've had great coaches and mentors that really have, supported me to give me the courage to do for myself.
Right.
And just keep me moving forward and forward. And it's never ending journey. I mean, yes, we don't want it to be that anyway, because there's so many good surprises out there that you think that you've seen it all. No, we never have seen it all. There's always something new that comes up and you go, I didn't think about that. Right. And the opportunities that you have to, to impact lives and to enrich your own life while enriching others, and just live that spirit of generosity once you get to that place. And you can be that when you're genuinely happy with where your life is going and what you're creating in the world.
So it's interesting that even though in those times everybody was being, losing jobs and downgraded in businesses and different things like that, that you didn't go someplace else and try to find something, in your given. Yeah, exactly.
And that's when I knew that, this is not going to work.
This isn't what I was meant to be.
No, this is not, for me to have my dream life and the freedom that's attached to it, getting bogged down to another new job where I maybe get a week vacation, if anything, was not the lifestyle I wanted to live into my, 50s, 60s, and 70s. So, and it was depressing. It really did. And I was like, okay, this is not the path that my life was meant to be on. And
Eva, the thing that I love is another thing that I love, because I love so many things about you. But it is the fact that not only did you do this for yourself, but you have a great passion about helping women or other people in their midlife overcome, their limitations and their beliefs.
Yes, because we have so much to offer, don't we?
We do.
I mean, we are a force to be reckoned with in the world, and for us to hide our gifts, in my opinion, is just really selfish.
Yeah.
Whatever that looks like for you, you need to get that out there and share yourself, your vibrant, alive, beautiful, healthy self with the world.
It's really funny because you see so many people that they've got a lot of talent just by talking to them and listening to what they have to say. And yet the truth of the matter is that they've got this, well-kept secret that they actually need to share with the world. And they just don't know how to quite go about that. And it does take, it takes mentoring. It takes other people to help you. Yes. Everybody needs help. Everybody needs guidance. And if somebody before us has already done some of the things that we are trying to achieve, then, let them help you.
Yes, exactly. And accept help and ask for help
And
and
that's for it.
support. And then when you
Absolutely.
get to that place, you can be that help and support for someone else. I'm always about paying it forward and sharing your gifts and being generous.
So what's the biggest, we talked about fear and that, but the possibilities for women in midlife once they have, conquered their limiting, beliefs and whatever, how do you coach them to take that next step forward?
Well, I first kind of peel back the layers of fear. And once you peel it back, you're realizing that it's not that scary after all what you're afraid of. I remember having a coach do that with me years ago, and it's just like, oh, yeah, it's a lot of it is made up fear. But what I coach people into is taking small, actionable, committed action, courageous steps. So first of all, you've got to be committed. Make that decision, be fully committed. And once you're fully committed to a goal, then we can really support you in that decision moving forward. So we take small, actionable steps that are courageous to build confidence. And once you have confidence and the courage, that's on the other side of the fear. And then you just keep moving forward in the right direction, whatever your dreams and goals are. And I work with women to, I have what's called my 7 daily tips for conquering limiting beliefs. And it's just actionable practices that we do to start off our day throughout the day that we keep in mind. And it really moves us past being in our own head and having all that doubt and fear and getting us focusing out in the world. And it just strengthens our resolve. And we see how impactful we can be when we practice these tips.
So what is your daily, habits that, keep you going and keep you getting up every single morning and with a smile on your face and ready to, greet the day?
Besides my dog, what I do is...
He's looking in your face. Of course you're going to get it.
She's amazing. I have a personal mantra that I created for myself because I realized what my biggest fear was holding me back. And so I created an empowering mantra, and I stand in the shower and I say it out loud, and I start my day with that. And I also work out a little bit.
We hear that? I would love to hear that one.
My mantra?
Yes.
Okay.
I can just hear you are in the shower and the, water's coming down on you and
Yeah, and it's usually cold water when I do it, by the way.
Okay.
Okay, so here, my thing was I was afraid to use my voice.
Okay.
I didn't think anybody would hear or what I had to say mattered. And that was a big one, keeping me quiet and internal. So I am confident. I am strong. My words have power and purpose. When I speak, I motivate and inspire. I listen and I am heard. What I have to say matters.
I love that. And that's a great thing. People can put that in their own words. Okay?
Yes.
But
I have it written down and before I had memorized it.
Of course.
And it just gets me like, yes.
I have to share, mine truly is, I get up early in the morning at 4:00 and I'm in the gym at a quarter of like 5:45. But I get up and I literally go to the window and I look out, and I honestly don't care if it's raining, storming, it's beautiful out. It doesn't really make any difference. It's a wonderful day.
Beautiful.
Wonderful day. Yes. And if I believe that that's going to be a wonderful day, I get my tennis shoes on, I'm ready to walk out that door and start my wonderful day. And I believe in that.
And you have to tell yourself that.
Yeah. And it's really about facing that day. Mm-hmm. Okay, now what do I have to do today? And oh my goodness, I've got a tight schedule over here and whatever. We just fill our mind with all of these things that it'll get there, it'll be okay.
Well, here's a little trick to that. I never have what I have to do. I have what I get to do, what I'm blessed to do today.
Yeah.
What I have the ability to do today, because it's a different energy when you have to do it. It kind of brings you down. But I get to go to the bank because my account was compromised.
Somebody stole all my money, and this is going to be okay.
That's literally what I did before today.
Of course.
But you know what? you don't put that extra stress on yourself.
Absolutely.
And you set your intention, like no matter what the day brings,
Right.
you're going to make it a wonderful day. And once
Yeah.
you have that intention, you're not going to let anything pull you away from that intention. And it's really empowering to start that out in the morning.
Absolutely. I mean, I can visualize people getting out of bed and they're kind of like, you know, like this, and they're shuffling to the kitchen to get their coffee. I don't drink coffee, but that's okay. Most people do. So I use that, you know, going to there to get it. And then they're just kind of like, you know, sipping on that enough to get awake and whatever. And I want to just set my day. Yeah. It's wonderful. So I can't wait to live it. I can't wait to get into it. And I know that there's going to be times when I get slapped in the face with something that I didn't expect. But the truth of the matter is I'm much better able to deal with it because I've set the day to be positive.
Yeah. And so what you focus on grows. If you focus on how this is going to pull you away, it'll continue. But if you focus on solution, I love solutions to things like, okay, this is an opportunity for me to learn how to solve this and get through this and create something better.
Right.
Similar to what you and I did. So I love that. I love solutions.
Oh, you know, I wish we had more time. I could talk to you all day long. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for coming on and being a guest. And I send that back to you. I want to thank the audience for listening to us today. We'll be back again next week. And until then, live a healthy life. Thanks, you guys.